Hello again YouTube, and welcome back to Just Get a Tesla. And on this week's video we are going to do acceleration testing on my Tesla Model Y long range. Chill, standard and sport. You need to see this. So look, this is a quick car. It's got 507 horsepower showing on my V5 registration certificate, which is a lot, but you don't get to use all of that power unless you do something called acceleration boost, which after 2 years of ownership, I haven't as yet been brave enough or crazy enough to do. Today's the day. So what we need to do is to find out how quickly this car accelerates. There's already a chill mode, which turns everything down, reduces the throttle response, makes it a little bit slower. We'll test that. We'll then test it on normal, standard acceleration profile, which is heftily quick. Then I'm going to install the acceleration boost, which unlocks all 507 horsepower, and we're going to do it again. 0 to 60 testing on this really very straight and empty road. Let's go and have some fun. And because I have got a TestLogic box installed in my car, that means that I've got access to things like an inbuilt 0 to 60 timer in the app. So we're going to be using that, although the little mount behind the steering wheel I've long since removed because it kept falling off, so I'm just using a windscreen mount for now. I have got a more permanent solution in the post, but more on that on another video. So the premise for this video is pretty straightforward. I'm going to do some speed runs along this road, which is straight and empty, and we are going to do 0 to 60s. I have warmed the battery up already, so it's not a cold battery, which means we should get comparable results. So we are going to do 3 0 to 60s on chill, then 3 0 to 60s on standard, and then we're going to install the acceleration boost software patch, and we're going to do 3 0 to 60s on that, and that'll allow us to do a comparison of all the times and see what it's like. Run 1. Run 2. Run 3. Okay, 3 runs in chill mode, and it's fairly clear that the car is turned down. It is gentle to drive. It accelerates. I mean, it's still doing 0 to 60 in 7.5 or so seconds, but it is not the fire and brimstone that you get when it's on normal mode, and Lord alone knows what it's going to be like shortly when we go on to party mode. We're going to find out. Okay, we are at the start of going in standard mode, so that will reset itself in a minute. As soon as we floor it, again, there's nothing behind, there's nothing in front, off we go. Much quicker pickup. Run 3. So we're cutting away from the main part of the video to actually me recording this several weeks on into the future, due to the magic of YouTube, because there has been, again, using a technical phrase, a bit of a cock-up in that the video recordings that I did of me talking about the numbers that we had seen so far isn't usable. So I've written them down on the post-it note of joy, and let's summarize them now. So you've just seen 3 runs on chill mode. The first one was 6.93 seconds. The second one, 6.99 seconds. And the third one, 7.65 seconds. So average the 3 together, and it's 0 to 60 on chill mode in 7.19 seconds in my testing. On standard mode, we again saw 3 runs. The first one was 4.71 seconds, the second one was 4.74 seconds, and the third one 4.92 seconds. So again, the average of the 3 is 4.79 seconds. And this was a point where I then faffed around trying to find a phone signal so that I could go and buy the acceleration boost. Now, this is something where, again, due to all of the lovely people out there who bought Teslas and used my referral code on the old scheme, I had a load of points to burn. So it's £1,500 in the UK for the acceleration boost, but I was able to use referral points. So again, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. To do that, you literally go into the app, click on upgrades, and it offers it to you, and it confirms the VIN number. You press go, and all that happens then is it says once you have got a Wi-Fi signal, the car will then update itself. So what I did was drive back home, park the car up outside my house, and it literally took 20 seconds. So I got out of the car, shut the door, it says configuration update, and then you open the door again, and suddenly, instead of having chill mode and standard mode, you've got chill mode and sport mode. And then I drove back to my little back lane of joy, and I think we'll rejoin the video. Sorry for interrupting this week's video, but this channel is now sponsored by, well, me, because we have founded Millibricks, which is the new online UK web store for military brick construction sets. Millibricks, so Lego compatibles but themed on tanks and planes and trucks and all of the things that Lego don't do. If you're a vehicle fan and you're here, then this is a brilliant place to be able to get all of the more interesting and historical sets that you just can't get through Lego. If you go onto our web store and put the code GET, you will get 10% off everything, which is a fantastic deal. Unfortunately, if you are outside of the UK, we're not shipping abroad yet, but we'll be doing soon. So don't forget millibricks.co.uk for all of your military brick sets like all of these. Back to the video. Well, let's get straight on with it then, shall we? We've done 3 runs on standard. We've done 3 runs on chill. Now we're going to do 3 runs on sport. It's the pull through the middle. That's the crazy bit. .26. As before, I'm back in the car once again because the video that I shot is complete garbage. Anyway, we have got the results now of all of the testing. So if you remember, the average on chill was 7.19 seconds. The average on standard was 4.79 seconds. And now we've done it on sport. So the first run was 4.29 seconds. The second run was 4.26 seconds, and the third run was 4.38 seconds. So an average across the 3 on sport mode of 4.31 seconds to 60 miles an hour in a family car. It's bonkers. I mean, it is genuinely crackers. And I know that you can go faster still by getting the Model 3 Performance, where the website says that is 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds with the rollout subtracted. Now, I don't quite know what the rollout is or what that takes. What's that? A tenth, a couple of tenths, so maybe 3.7. And this now does it in 4.3. Look, there's a reason why it took me 2 years to actually pluck up the madness to have the acceleration boost fitted to this car. How fast do you really need to go? Because let's be brutally honest about this, the 4.79 seconds to 60 miles an hour, which this car did before the acceleration boost was enabled, is plenty quick enough. How fast do you really need to go? But I couldn't resist. I had to find out what the acceleration boost version is like, because I really didn't want a performance. I frankly prefer a slightly bigger sidewall and slightly more forgiving suspension. And well, how can I put it? This car is firm enough as it is without needing the nutcase performance super suspension crush your spine version. So I thought 4.8 seconds, which is the published, and I did it in 4.79, so yay. But I just thought that was fast enough, and it really is fast enough. But how can I describe the acceleration boost version? Quicker. It's not just quicker, it's quicker. Half a second doesn't sound like a lot, and on paper it isn't. But when you think about exactly how fast you are then accelerating, it really does make a difference. And let me describe it for you. In that first clip, I described it as really getting going through the middle of the acceleration range. And I think it is that, because although on the clock it suggests that the majority of the time saving is on the 0 to 30 bit, what it feels like is that it accelerates through 30 miles an hour, and that's where the pile driving really starts to go. It grabs hold of your stomach and kind of squishes it a bit, okay? Which it just didn't do before. It was fast, but it wasn't fast the way that it feels now. And the performance, I can only imagine, is just slightly terrifying. The other thing that I've noticed, and perhaps this is because I am running on Michelin cross climate all-weather tires, but on sport mode I actually get a little bit of torque steer now, which I didn't really get occasionally on standard, but it's definitely there now. So before you plant your foot, you do have to think ever so slightly about traction. And considering that I've now unlocked all 507 horsepower, it didn't show that on the screen, but it got close. But with that kind of power, even with all-wheel drive, you really should be thinking before you're planting your right foot. So I've had this now for a couple of weeks, because that's when I filmed it a few weeks ago. And honestly, it's worth the money, okay? If your insurance will let you, and mine will, if you just want to dial it up to 11, because you can, then 1,500 quid isn't a lot of cash. And it does close a fair bit of the performance difference between the long range and the performance. There's not much of a gap, really. I mean, you know, on paper it's, well, it says that it's 0.8 of a second, but with the rollout subtracted, so what is it, 0.6, something like that. I'm sure the performance feels quicker again with the way that I now feel every time I actually try and plant this. I'm sure it's there, but for the cash difference and for the fact that you can run this car on slightly fatter sidewall tires, I think it's genuinely the best compromise. Here's my only regret. I wish I'd done it earlier, okay? Because this car was already a beast when it came to overtaking. Now it's just it's silly, but it's good silly. It's put a smile on your face and grin like a lunatic silly. So in summary, don't think about it, just do it. I'm not usually that decisive, but on this one I really am. So thanks very much for watching. If you need to get a Tesla still, use the referral code that's on the screen and you can have £1,000, €1,000, $1,000, 1,000 whatever your currencies are off a car if you use the code. And if you haven't liked and subscribed, please do so. It really does help the channel. And I will see you back here very soon, providing that the car hasn't developed warp speed before then, on another episode of Just Get a Tesla.